A man on death row, Robert Roberson, is set to testify on Friday before the House Criminal Jurisprudence Committee about how his murder case may have been mishandled. The vice chair of that committee happens to be David Cook, the Republican caucus pick for Speaker of the House.
It definitely is the kind of issue that has the potential to be very resonant for Republicans, and they could definitely use this against him in a very tight race.
That puts Cook in a somewhat unique position. As the GOP pick, he's garnered the direct support of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and indirect support of Governor Greg Abbott, two state leaders who've openly criticized how the committee has handled Roberson's case.
What do you want to see in him as your selection, your preference for the Speaker of the House playing a role in the Roberson case?
Well, I'll be honest, I would hope that this case has absolutely nothing to do with the Speaker race. These are two things that could not be less related.
A spokesperson for Representative Cook declined to comment directly, but directed us to his comments in the committee's interim report from last month. Cook writes, in part, in cases where life and liberty will be deprived of a fellow human being, we must get it right. He goes on to say the legislature's powers shall not be misconstrued to give the legislature the right or responsibility to determine guilt, innocence, execution, etc. Back in September, a majority of the Texas House of Representatives publicly backed a push for clemency from Governor Greg Abbott, including David Cook and a dozen more of his supporters. Notably absent from that list is Cook's biggest opponent, Dustin Burrows, who claims a bipartisan coalition of lawmakers.
There's very little appetite among Republican politicians and in Republican politics to be seen as soft on crime.
Several of his supporters, Republican and Democrat, called for Roberson's clemency, but Burrows did not.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.